we're going to take our bigger felt circles, the 1 3/4 of an inch, and then also make sure that you've threaded your needle with your coordinating thread. And we want it just to match the felt that we're using. So we're going to take one felt circle and we're going to use this as our base. And then the other felt circles, we're just going to take and fold in half. And then we're going to place it so the bottom is about in the center. And then take your needle and thread, pull it through. And then I like to pull it through the middle right here and then come down on the outside. That way it will hold it closed. Like that. And then we're just going to take, and you can go through this a couple of times if you want to make sure that it's super secure. Or if you want it to be flatter along the top, you just come up here. And come down. So just do what you would prefer. So now we're going to take a second felt circle, fold it in half, and then same thing, we're going to put the bottom in the center. Now where you want to place it right here is up to you. The closer together the felt circles are, the more you'll need, and the farther apart they are, the less you need. So it just all depends on the look that you're going for. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to keep adding felt circles until we get to the end. And then just wanted to show you, as you're getting towards the middle, you'll need to, you don't want to put it too far away, so you want to put it on top of the other ones. That center on top, because you want it to be in the center of the felt circle, which is covered now by all those other felt circles. So you just place it on top of those other ones. And you might need to do a few more stitches as you get more and more on, just so that they'll lay flatter together. Alright, so that's my last one, and then I'm going to take it to the back. And then you can keep going if you have enough thread, but I'm probably going to run out, so I'm going to tie it off and get a new strand to make sure that I have enough for the second part. Alright, that's our first layer. When you finish your first layer, you can add more of the bigger felt circles just around where you think it might need it. It just gives it a little bit more depth in the layers. And so just taking your needle and thread, do the same thing that we've been doing. Alright, so now we're going to add the smaller ones. And these are 1 1/4 inch felt circles. And we're just going to do the same thing. So we want to find our center, and then we'll line up the bottom of the felt circle with the center. And we want to stitch it kind of close to the center because that is going to be covered up with our gem. And if we stitch it too far up, then you might be able to see the stitching where the gem isn't covering. So as you can see, we're doing that same exact thing we did on that bottom layer. I'm just taking a couple stitches into the back. And that finishes making of our flower. Now we're gonna add our gem. This is our fashion pearl. And we've got lots of different colors and they're so fun to add to these types of flowers. So just place hot glue on the back of your gem. And then place it in the center of your flower, covering up all those little stitch marks. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. Alright, and then we're just going to add our back, and what I like to do is sometimes you can just place a little cut here, a little cut there. That way we have two little cuts, and then you can just slide the top of your clip through those holes and then slide it through, and that's how it will look on the bottom and on the top. And then we're just going to put hot glue around our felt circle. And then place it on, covering up all those stitches that we made. And then if you have the edges that are sticking up that need some more glue, you can just lift it up and add more glue. And that finishes this super, super cute flower made with felt.